Welcome to Health Fact 10M.
Imagine an exercise that requires no equipment, no gym membership, and very little space, yet still works your entire body in a powerful way. That exercise is the plank, and it's one of the most effective movements for building real, functional strength. The plank primarily targets your core, but its benefits go far beyond abs. When performed correctly, it strengthens your shoulders, arms, glutes, and legs while supporting better posture and spinal stability. It also helps improve balance and body awareness, which are essential for everyday movements. To perform a basic forearm plank, start by lying face down on the floor. Place your forearms directly under your shoulders and tuck your toes into the ground. Lift your body up so it forms a straight line from your head to your heels. Tighten your core, squeeze your glutes, and keep your neck relaxed. Breathe steadily and hold the position for 15 to 30 seconds, gradually increasing as your strength improves. While planks are generally safe, they aren't for everyone. People with severe lower back pain, shoulder injuries, recent surgery, or uncontrolled high blood pressure should consult a healthcare or fitness professional before trying them. Always focus on proper form. Quality matters far more than how long you hold the plank. 1. Forearm plank. Classic plank. Let's talk about one of the most effective and underrated exercises in fitness, the forearm plank, often called the classic plank. This simple-looking movement is the foundation of many strength programs because it trains your body to work as one strong, stable unit. The forearm plank primarily targets your core muscles, including the deep abdominal muscles that support your spine. But it doesn't stop there. When done correctly, it also activates your shoulders, glutes, legs, and upper back. This full-body engagement helps improve posture, protect the lower back, and build muscular endurance without placing heavy stress on the joints. That's why planks are commonly used by fitness trainers and physical therapists across the United States. To perform the forearm plank, begin by lying face down on the floor or an exercise mat. Place your forearms on the ground with your elbows directly under your shoulders and your palms facing down. Step your feet back so your toes are tucked under and lift your body off the floor. Your goal is to create a straight line from your head to your heels. Tighten your core as if you're gently bracing for a cough, squeeze your glutes, and keep your neck relaxed. Avoid letting your hips sag or rise too high. Breathe slowly and evenly while holding the position for 20 to 30 seconds. As your strength improves, you can gradually increase the time. While the forearm plank is safe for many people, it's not suitable for everyone. Those with severe lower back pain, shoulder injuries, or recent surgery should consult a healthcare or fitness professional before attempting it. Beginners can modify the exercise by placing their knees on the floor. Remember, proper form always matters more than duration. Focus on quality, control, and listening to your body. 2. High plank, straight arm plank. The high plank, also known as the straight arm plank, is a powerful body weight exercise that builds strength, stability, and control from head to toe. It looks simple, similar to the top of a push-up, but when performed correctly, it challenges multiple muscle groups at the same time and teaches your body how to stay strong under tension. This exercise primarily targets the core muscles that support your spine, but it also strengthens the shoulders, arms, chest, and upper back. Because your hands are planted on the floor, the high plank helps improve wrist strength and joint stability. Over time, this can translate into better posture, improved balance, and stronger movement patterns for daily activities like lifting, reaching, and pushing. To perform a high plank, begin on the floor with your hands placed directly under your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide and press firmly through your palms. Extend your legs behind you so your toes are on the ground and your body forms a straight line from your head to your heels. Keep a soft bend in your elbows rather than locking them out. Tighten your core by gently pulling your belly button toward your spine, squeeze your glutes, and keep your hips level. Let your neck stay neutral and look down at the floor. Breathe steadily and hold the position for 20 to 40 seconds, resting as needed. While the high plank is effective, it may not be suitable for everyone. People with wrist pain, arthritis, or shoulder joint irritation should be cautious and consider modifications. Using fists, push-up handles, or placing hands on an elevated surface can reduce strain. If pain persists, consult a fitness professional or healthcare provider before continuing. Always prioritize proper form and comfort over duration. 3. Knee plank, modified plank. The knee plank, often called the modified plank, is an excellent starting point for anyone new to exercise or returning after time off. It offers the same core strengthening benefits as a traditional plank but with less stress on the lower back and shoulders. This makes it a smart, supportive option for beginners, older adults, and those rebuilding strength after injury or illness. Even though it's a gentler variation, the knee plank still activates important muscles throughout the body. It engages the deep abdominal muscles that support your spine, along with the shoulders, upper back, and glutes. By strengthening these areas in a controlled way, the knee plank helps improve posture, balance, and overall stability without overwhelming the body. To perform the knee plank, start by positioning yourself on the floor with your forearms or hands placed directly under your shoulders. Lower your knees to the ground and extend your legs back comfortably. Create a straight line from your head to your knees, avoiding any sagging or arching in the lower back. Tighten your core as if gently bracing your midsection, squeeze your glutes, and keep your neck relaxed. Breathe slowly and evenly while holding the position for 15 to 30 seconds. As your strength improves, you can gradually increase the hold time or progress to a full plank. The knee plank is generally safe for most people, but a few precautions are important. If you experience knee discomfort, placing a towel or exercise mat under your knees can help reduce pressure. Individuals with severe knee pain, recent surgery, or chronic joint issues should consult a healthcare or fitness professional before trying this exercise. Remember, the goal is steady progress. Focus on good form, controlled breathing, and listening to your body every step of the way. 4. Side plank. The side plank is a powerful core exercise that targets an area many people overlook: the muscles along the sides of the torso, known as the obliques. These muscles play a major role in balance, posture, and protecting the spine during everyday movements like walking, twisting, and lifting. When performed correctly, the side plank helps build a stronger, more stable core while supporting healthy movement patterns. One of the biggest benefits of the side plank is how it trains your body to resist unwanted side-to-side movement. This improves balance and helps distribute force more evenly through the spine, which can reduce uneven strain on the lower back. In addition to the obliques, the side plank also activates the shoulders, hips, and glutes, making it a true full-body stability exercise. To perform a side plank, begin by lying on your side on a mat. Place your elbow directly under your shoulder, with your forearm flat on the floor. Stack your feet on top of each other, or for more stability, place the top foot slightly in front of the bottom foot. Press your forearm into the ground and lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from your head to your feet. Keep your core tight, glutes engaged, and neck relaxed. Breathe steadily and hold the position for 15 to 30 seconds, then switch sides. While the side plank is highly effective, it may not be suitable for everyone. Individuals with shoulder instability or hip discomfort should proceed with caution. A helpful modification is bending the lower knee and keeping it on the floor for added support. If you experience pain rather than muscle effort, stop and consult a fitness or healthcare professional. Focus on control and proper alignment. Strong form always matters more than duration. 5. Reverse plank. The reverse plank is a unique and often overlooked exercise that challenges your body in a completely different way than traditional planks. Instead of facing the floor, you position yourself facing upward, which shifts the focus to the muscles along the back of your body. This makes the reverse plank especially effective for improving posture and strengthening areas that are commonly weak from long hours of sitting. One of the key benefits of the reverse plank is its ability to activate the glutes, hamstrings, and lower back while also engaging the core. At the same time, it opens the chest and shoulders, helping counteract rounded shoulders and a forward head posture. When practiced consistently with proper form, this exercise can support better alignment and overall body balance. To perform the reverse plank, start by sitting on the floor with your legs extended straight out in front of you. Place your hands on the ground slightly behind your hips, with fingers pointing forward. Press firmly through your palms and heels as you lift your hips toward the ceiling. Aim to create a straight line from your shoulders through your hips and down to your heels. Keep your core engaged, squeeze your glutes, and avoid letting your hips sag. Your head should stay in a neutral position. Look up slightly or keep your chin tucked to avoid straining the neck. Breathe steadily and hold the position for 15 to 30 seconds. While the reverse plank offers many benefits, it may not be appropriate for everyone. People with wrist pain, shoulder stiffness, or limited shoulder mobility should be cautious. Those with neck issues should pay close attention to head position or consult a fitness or healthcare professional before trying this exercise. As always, focus on comfort, control, and proper alignment rather than how long you can hold the position. 6. Plank with leg lift. The plank with leg lift is a challenging progression of the traditional plank that takes core training to the next level. By lifting one leg off the ground, you introduce instability, forcing your body to work harder to stay balanced and controlled. This exercise is ideal for people who have already built a solid foundation with standard planks and are ready to increase intensity without adding equipment. One of the biggest benefits of the plank with leg lift is the way it deepens core activation. Your abdominal muscles must work overtime to prevent your hips from shifting or rotating. At the same time, the lifted leg activates the glutes and hamstrings, helping build strength in the muscles that support the hips and lower back. This combination improves balance, coordination, and overall body awareness, which carries over into daily movement and athletic performance. To perform this exercise, begin in a strong forearm plank or high plank position. Make sure your body forms a straight line from your head to your heels. Engage your core, squeeze your glutes, and keep your shoulders stable. Slowly lift one leg a few inches off the floor, keeping your hips level and avoiding any twisting. Hold briefly, then lower the leg with control and switch to the other side. Focus on slow, steady breathing and controlled movement rather than speed. Start with short holds of 5 to 10 seconds per leg and build up gradually. This exercise is not recommended for everyone. Individuals with lower back pain, poor core control, or balance issues should avoid it or consult a fitness professional first. Beginners should master basic plank variations before progressing. If you feel strain in your lower back rather than your core or glutes, stop and reset. Strong form and control are always more important than difficulty. 7. Plank shoulder taps. Plank shoulder taps are a dynamic variation of the traditional plank that add movement and challenge your body's ability to stay stable under pressure. While the exercise may look simple, it requires strong core control, shoulder stability, and coordination. This makes it a favorite among fitness professionals who want to train real-world strength and balance without using equipment. The biggest benefit of plank shoulder taps is anti-rotation core strength. Each time you lift one hand, your core muscles work hard to prevent your hips from twisting or swaying. This strengthens the deep abdominal muscles that protect your spine during daily activities like walking, lifting, and reaching. In addition, this exercise improves shoulder control and upper body endurance while sharpening coordination between the upper and lower body. To perform plank shoulder taps, begin in a strong high plank position with your hands directly under your shoulders and your feet slightly wider than hip width for better balance. Engage your core, squeeze your glutes, and keep your body in a straight line from head to heels. Slowly lift your right hand and tap your left shoulder, then return your hand to the floor with control. Repeat on the opposite side. Focus on keeping your hips as still as possible and your breathing steady. Start with 10 to 20 controlled taps, resting as needed. While plank shoulder taps are effective, they are not suitable for everyone. People with wrist pain, shoulder injuries, or limited shoulder mobility should avoid this exercise or consult a fitness or healthcare professional before trying it. Those with balance challenges may need to start with a wider stance or practice basic planks first. If you feel strain in your wrists or shoulders rather than your core, stop and reset. Proper form and control always come first. 8. Walking plank. The walking plank is an advanced variation of the traditional plank that introduces controlled movement to challenge your strength, stability, and endurance. Unlike static planks, this exercise requires transitioning smoothly between forearms and hands, making it a full body workout that targets the core, shoulders, arms, and upper back simultaneously. It's perfect for anyone looking to build functional strength and improve body awareness. One of the key benefits of the walking plank is full core engagement. Each time you move from a forearm plank to a high plank, your abdominal muscles work to keep your spine stable and hips level. At the same time, the shoulders, chest, and arms are strengthened as they support your weight during the transitions. This exercise also improves muscular endurance and coordination, helping you move with more control in daily activities or sports. To perform the walking plank, start in a forearm plank position, keeping your body in a straight line from head to heels. Engage your core and squeeze your glutes. Press up with one hand, followed by the other, to reach a high plank position with straight arms. Pause briefly, then lower back down to the forearm plank, one arm at a time, maintaining control and steady breathing throughout. Aim for 8 to 12 controlled repetitions, resting as needed. While highly effective, the walking plank isn't suitable for everyone. Individuals with elbow discomfort, shoulder injuries, or limited upper body mobility should avoid this exercise or consult a fitness professional. People with high blood pressure should move slowly and deliberately, focusing on control over speed. Always prioritize proper alignment and quality of movement. Strong form matters far more than how quickly you can perform the reps. Planks are one of the most effective bodyweight exercises available, but like any movement, they aren't universally safe for everyone. Certain individuals should approach planks with caution or seek guidance from a fitness or healthcare professional before including them in their routine. People who have recently undergone surgery, have serious spinal disc conditions, or struggle with uncontrolled high blood pressure should consult a professional to ensure safety. Additionally, Women in the later stages of pregnancy should avoid or modify plank exercises to prevent unnecessary strain on the abdominal and lower back muscles. Even for those without medical concerns, it's important to remember that planks are not about holding a position for as long as possible. The real benefits come from proper alignment, controlled breathing, and engaging the right muscles. A short, well-executed plank can be far more effective than a long, sloppy one that puts the spine or shoulders at risk. To practice safely, start with a variation that matches your current fitness level. Beginners might begin with a knee plank or forearm plank, while more experienced exercisers can progress to high planks, side planks, or dynamic variations like shoulder taps or walking planks. Focus on keeping your core tight, your hips level, and your neck neutral. Listen to your body. If you feel discomfort in your lower back, shoulders, or wrists, pause, adjust your form, or try a modification. The takeaway is simple. Planks are about quality, not duration. By emphasizing proper form, gradual progression, and mindful movement, planks can become a cornerstone of a safe, effective fitness routine. They strengthen the core, support posture, enhance balance, and improve overall body control, making them one of the most reliable exercises you can include in your program.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing health videos on Health Fact 10M.